Welcome back to another video I got for you guys today. Today I'm going to be attempting to realistically rebuild the Green Bay Packers. Of course, they have many solid pieces on the team already, so let's get right into this one. Here is the Packers offense, which is very, very good. Pretty much all because of this man here, Aaron Rodgers. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. One of the most talented quarterbacks the NFL has ever seen for sure. I'm not trying to say the rest of the offense isn't great, but because, Davante Adams is very talented. Jordy Nelson, who they just let go, he's now on the Raiders. I'm sure this player will be missed by Packers fans. He was a very good player for them, very highly respected as well. Randall Cobb, another pretty decent player. Very good catching, and he's actually a very good kick returner as well, so he'll probably stay on the team for the majority of the rebuild. The running back situation's a bit strange. I like Aaron Jones in real life. He's very talented. I think he got hurt at some point, but when he was playing, he was actually very good. But I think for rebuild purposes here, I'm going to start Ty Montgomery because I've seen Ty Montgomery go off in simulation and go up to near a 90 after a couple seasons, and he has quick development, and I think this team can do really well year one. If this were a worse team, I'd probably go ahead and start one of these rookies like I did with the my 49ers realistic rebuild, because then I'd have a pretty good chance of having a poor record. I'd have a high draft pick. But I think this team's already kind of almost there. They can probably win a Super Bowl year one, to be completely honest. The Packers have a good roster. So I'm going to go with Ty Montgomery. He's running behind a pretty decent offensive line, all pretty high grades here. But David Bakhtiari, by far the best offensive lineman. He's a very good offensive lineman, one of the best left tackles in the NFL for sure. Corey Linsley's not bad. I think he has quick development. He's pretty good for rebuild purposes. 26 years old, is a bit up there in age, but that's okay. Lance Kendricks is not the greatest. 29 years old. I'm probably going to start Richard Rodgers just because he's younger. He's like 24. Yeah, he doesn't have any development trait, but that's fine. I'm going to keep him starting, I think. And the defense on this team actually is not bad at all. I'm not sure why it's showing a 4-3. This is definitely a 3-4. Mike Daniels is one of the best 3-4 defensive ends in the NFL, in my opinion. He's very dominant. Kenny Clark is turning out to be one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. He's a very young player, fantastic young player in this NFL, of course. Linebackers, very good. I like the linebackers on this team. Blake Martinez, Jake Ryan make two solid middle linebackers. Blake Martinez, I don't know if he led the league in tackles last year, but I know he had a lot of tackles, so he's a very solid player. Only 1 year of experience as well, so he's still rather young. Clay Matthews, a veteran, of course, but he's pretty talented. Pretty good pass rusher there. Nick Perry's a very talented pass rusher. Morgan Burnett's not bad. Clinton Dix, lower overall than I thought he was. I feel like I said that when I rebuilt the Packers fantasy style as well, but he's only an 81 overall. And then their cornerbacks are their worst position group by far. Damaris Randall, not terrible in simulation. Sometimes he does pretty well. Kevin King is a rookie, and then Quentin Rollins down here, not fantastic. So I don't know if I'm going to trade anybody, but if I don't, I'll see you at the midseason mark. At the midseason mark, we are 5-2 here. I didn't make any trades, didn't really do anything different, so this is just the Packers roster. So, can't really, give me any props if this team does well. I literally did nothing. I just simmed. Anybody can do this. But we are at the top of the division. The Vikings are 3-5 in second. Lions are 2-5. Bears are 1-7. Looks like we have a decent shot of making the playoffs. I hope we can do that. Nobody on the defense or the offense. I don't really think I noticed anybody with a lot, but nobody here really has a lot of experience. Kevin King has 5,000. That's not the worst. Aaron Rodgers is confident, though. It's always nice to see. And yeah, Jordy Nelson actually has 7.8 thousand. That's not terrible. So anyway, let's see if we want to bring back any of these players. Morgan Burnett is here. I might negotiate with him because he's still talented. 28 years old, 85 overall. It's not bad. Jari Evans, I'm not going to bring back. Richard Rodgers, I think the same thing there. Because in free agency, there's normally Trey Burton or Cameron Brate or something that I can go after. Or who I can go after. Ahmad Brooks, I'm not bringing back. Joe Thomas. You're actually not that bad. You're pretty young, to be honest. I'll bring you back because you're pretty young. You're decent depth. Yeah, I'll do that. Will you take that contract? I'm okay with bringing you back. Never mind. Okay. I was going to offer you a contract, but never mind. Morgan Burnett, though, I think I will bring back because he's not asking for all that much, and he's still a pretty talented safety. What does he want? That's a good offer. I'm glad we got the deal done. Me too, my man. I'm not sure what his man coverage is all about because I was going to suggest that maybe if we draft a safety or something and he has really good man coverage, then he could go down to corner, but man coverage is a 73. He's probably a better corner than any of the guys we have there already, but I will see you at the end of the season now. So we made the playoffs going 9-7. Okay, so we fell off a little bit. We went 4-5, I think, to end the season there. Vikings went 8-8, Lions went 7-9, and the Bears went 4-11-1. Check out the schedule though. Who did we end up losing to near the end? We went 1-3 in the preseason, won the opening 2 games. That's a very tough 2-game stretch, and then we lose to the Bengals. Bengals are actually not too bad in simulation from what I've noticed. But then we beat the Bears, the Cowboys, the Vikings, lost to the Saints, the Lions, and the Bears. We lost to the Bears, okay. We beat the Ravens, lost to the Steelers and the Buccaneers, beat the Browns and the Panthers, lost to the Vikings, and then we ended up beating the Lions. Okay, so luckily we won that last game. If we wouldn't have, I'm not sure if we would have made the playoffs. There was still a chance we could have made it at 8-8. But Aaron Rodgers, 5,273 yards, 35 touchdowns, 20 picks. Very good season, a lot of interceptions, but a crap ton of yards and a good amount of touchdowns. Ty Montgomery actually did not do anything. I mean, 16 touchdowns, I guess I can't say he didn't do anything, but 888 yards, horrible. 5 fumbles, that's not great either. 9 touchdowns for Jamal Williams as a backup. Receivers, Davante Adams, 126 catches, 1,557 yards, 12 touchdowns. That has to be wide receiver of the year. Jordy Nelson, as a number 2 wide receiver, gets over 100 catches, almost 1,200 yards with 7 touchdowns. And Randall Cobb in the slot gets nearly 1,200 yards with 7 touchdowns as well. And Richard Rodgers gets 4 touchdowns of his own. Wow, okay, that was a crazy season from Davante Adams. Sacks. David Bakhtiari only lets up 3 as a left tackle. That's phenomenal. Defensively, Blake Martinez has 136 tackles. Okay, that took me a little while to get that out. Morgan Burnett has 95. Tackles for loss, we got 23 from Kenny Clark and 14 from Mike Daniels. Sacks, 11.5 from Mike Daniels. Very good season there. Nick Perry and Clay Matthews are not getting many sacks. Are both of our middle linebackers playing? Yes, they are, so we are for sure in a 3-4. Not sure why they're not pass rushing all that much. Nick Perry got an interception, though. But we got 4 picks from Demarius Randall. Very good season there. 3 from Morgan Burnett and Kevin King. What am I saying? 2 from Blake Martinez and HaHa Clinton Dix. And then 1 from Nick Perry, like I said earlier. Any touchdowns? I got a lot of turnovers. I can see a touchdown here. We did get one from Demarius Randall. Okay, we were 7th on offense. Defense, I want to say like 20th or something like that. 17th, okay, so a little bit better than I expected. Aaron Rodgers did not win MVP. That goes to Drew Brees, who will probably still be a free agent. And then Aaron Rodgers comes in 7th on this list. So NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers is 5th on this list. Defensive Player of the Year, a lot of Eagles in this one. They went 15-1. Blake Martinez makes up number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year, do we even have anybody starting? We do not. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kevin King, maybe? There he is. Number 7, not a bad season from him. I think he had, what, 3 interceptions, something like that? Pretty productive season from, like, a 73 overall cornerback. And is my game going to load? I will be back when this loads. I had to restart the game here, but I am back now, and Davante Adams, 70,000 experience. Oh my gosh, Pro Bowl appearance, NFL receptions leader, and wide receiver of the year. Okay, he got a lot of experience. He had an insane season, though. He definitely deserved that. Jordy Nelson got 15K over there. Nobody else has all that much on the offense. Ty Montgomery, 8.9 thousand. He got a lot for having a terrible season. On the defense, Demarius Randall made the Pro Bowl. Okay, he had 4 interceptions. He got quick development from that, I think. Yeah, he made the Pro Bowl and got quick development. That's what I like to see. Hopefully he goes up to like an 82. Maybe with all that experience, that would be ideal. Nobody else got all that much. I thought Kevin King would get a bit more, but that's fine. So, the team played well. Apparently, we signed Dan Williams. I didn't do that, so... Okay, I'll just keep him as a backup for now. I definitely didn't sign him, but that's fine by me. Here's a look at the team before I get into this game here. Davante Adams is up to a 98 overall. With confidence, though. 97 route running, 97 catching traffic, and spec catch, 96 awareness. He turned into an absolute god. But before I get any more into this, let me mention the word. I would like you guys to comment if you made it this far into the video. Obviously, this is not very far into the video since this is the first season. But comment steak if you are still watching. I will definitely appreciate it and love all the comments. Maybe respond to a couple. I don't know. I usually forget to respond to those ones. I just love them really quick on my phone and then just, you know, go about my day. But comment that if you would like to. Obviously, you don't have to. But yes, that is the word. I think I used that word before in another rebuild, but it doesn't really matter that much. But here's the rest of the team. Really? Jamal Williams is an 83? I'm gonna start him. Why not? I'm gonna start him for this. How did that go down to a B-? Maybe it's not actually that. I'm actually gonna go back with Ty Montgomery. I don't know. But the O-line is all up to a B- everywhere for their grades and everything. That's not bad, but I'm definitely still looking to replace a lot of these. Not a lot of these guys, I guess. Maybe just Jari Evans. He's the biggest one I want to replace because he's 34 years old. Lane Taylor is getting up there in age, but I think he's still usable. I think it's still good to have him on the squad. But Richard Rodgers really didn't go up at all, so I definitely need to target a tight end in free agency. The defense got a lot better, I would say so, because Demarius Randall's up to an 83, Kevin King went up to a 76. That's not like a huge upgrade, but it still is one nonetheless. Kenny Clark's a 94 now. think Clay Matthews went up by 1, but the biggest upgrade by far was not Damaris Randall. It was Davante Adams. But let's sim by this week against the Seahawks, who we beat in the regular season. Can we do it again? We actually can. We have to take on the 15-1 Eagles. I feel like I take on the Eagles all the time in the playoffs. Let's see what the score of our game was, though. 31-28, very close game. I don't remember what it was in the regular season, but it was probably pretty close. Actually, I think it was like 38-28 or something. Aaron Rodgers struggled a little bit. 372 yards, 3 touchdowns isn't bad, but 3 picks is not great. Russell Wilson had 2 touchdowns. Ty Montgomery did not really do much. Jamal Williams had a touchdown. Jordy Nelson had 2 touchdowns. Doug Baldwin had 1. Richard Rodgers had 1, and did Chris Carson. As did Chris Carson was what I meant to say. My roommate's playing his drum pad thing again, if you can hear that. I apologize. It's usually not too loud, but it's kind of a distractor if you think about it, and you keep trying to listen for it. But I'm going to keep going through here. Advancing the week against the Eagles here. Can we take them down? We actually can. Aaron Rodgers threw 3 touchdowns against the Eagles defense. I really do apologize, though, if it's like really loud and obnoxious. I can't really do much about it. I'm not going to go tell him to stop because that's kind of just rude, to be honest. He's practicing. But Carson Wentz had a very good game. I'd be livid if I were him and you lose this game. Aaron Rodgers had a pretty much equally as good of a game. Just 1 less touchdown. Ty Montgomery had a touchdown, 89 yards. Jay Ajayi had a pretty similar game to him, also with a touchdown, and Jamal Williams had 1 as well. Zach Ertz 2 touchdowns, Randall Cobb 1, Nelson Aguilar 1, Torrey Smith 1, Richard Rodgers 1, and Jordy Nelson also had a touchdown. A lot of receiving touchdowns in that game because there were like 7 passing touchdowns, I think. So let's advance this week here against the Rams. I'm going to go straight to the Super Bowl. Let's see if we are in it. If we are, I'm guessing we're taking on the Patriots. We lost, actually. Who is going to be in the Super Bowl? I can't tell from that screen. I have no idea. Does it say it there? No. I just see the Rams are in it. So I'll check it out here. But team schedule, I should have just went to the playoff schedule, but I will check it out for sure. 17-10. What a close game. 459 yards for the Rams, and they only scored 17 points. Jared Goff got a touchdown and a pick. Aaron Rodgers had a touchdown. No interceptions. Todd Gurley had a rushing touchdown, so that's all the touchdowns they got. Robert Woods had a pretty good game. Cooper Kupp had a touchdown. Who had our touchdown? Geronimo Allison actually gets it, but let's see what the Super Bowl, or who the Super Bowl is between. Might as well check it out. The Rams and the Chiefs. I was actually about to say the Chiefs when I had my guess for the AFC team, but the Patriots just came out instead because, you know, it's the Patriots in simulation. They normally do really well. But I will see you guys in the offseason. Almost at the draft. I'm not going there quite yet. I am in free agency now. $35.3 million in cap room. Let's see who we can bring in. Tyler Eifert. That would help so much, but he is getting so many points from the Dolphins. Trey Burton's also here getting a lot of points from the Broncos, but oh man, do I go after Tyler Eifert? He would help so much. I don't think it would help. I mean, like, I feel like tight end doesn't do all that much. I don't think I can justify spending that much points on him. I feel like tight end does not do all that much. 95 overall tight end, I don't know. It's so tempting, but the Dolphins are giving him so much money. I don't have that much money to spend. I'm just going to go after Trey Burton. I feel like he's definitely good enough. I'm going to give him quite a bit, though, because teams usually come in late to just steal players. I'll give him 109. It's a lot less than what Tyler Eifert is getting. I feel like I should just go after him. I'm not going to. I'm definitely not going to, but it is very tempting. I don't know if there's anybody else here that I want, but I will let you know who I end up signing. I ended up getting Trey Burton. I also sent out an offer to Rosas. What's his name? I forgot his first name. He's a kicker because I think Mason Crosby retired for us. What's his name? I don't remember. Rosas, but he's getting a lot of offers now. Aldrick Rosas, so I'm not going to go after him anymore, but I do want a kicker because I definitely need one because Mason Crosby either retired or I didn't sign him. That's okay, though, because he was getting sort of old. Caleb Sturgis. Caleb Sturgis is pretty decent. I'm going to go after him, and let's hope we get him. I'm going to be trading away my first-round draft pick because there's not really anybody that I want currently, and I would very much like some picks in this draft still. There's a third-rounder from the Seahawks, but they went pretty far. I want a third-rounder. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's a first-rounder from the Raiders and a third-rounder, but I'll keep looking here. I definitely want a third-rounder, though. A second and a fourth. That second's still this year. I might go with that, actually, instead. I'm going to go with that second and that fourth because I can trade down that second further into the draft this year, and then I just get a fourth out of it as well because there's actually a lot of late-round talent in this draft from what I think. I think that right guard is actually the guy I kind of wanted in the second round. Was that him? That was him, but here's a quick look at the draft board. First off, let me just mention this guy. This dude is 6'6", and he ran a 4.4. That's ridiculous. I just really want to draft this guy and see what he's all about, but my next draft pick that I really want is in the fourth round, but I want to try to get like a third rounder to comfortably get him. If not, I still have my second-round draft pick, which I could scoop him up there with. But here, I want to try to get more draft picks for this year. There's a third-rounder from the Vikings and a second next year and a seventh. That seventh can come in handy. There's a first from the Saints next year. 2/3 and a 1/6. What were the Vikings offering? I think the Vikings offer is still a bit better. I'll probably still go with that one. A second, that's still a second this year. And a third next year. A third, a second, and a third. I think I'm going to go with that one with the Cowboys. I think I finally made my decision. Nope, I lied. That's a second rounder this year still, and a fourth rounder this year. So I'm going to go with that one with the Browns. I don't know how much they traded up till right here. So with this pick, I'm actually going to take this defensive end just to make sure I get him, because I think this guy is going to be an absolute god. Eric Poliskew, 24 years old, phenomenal combine. He's pretty quick too, but he had 42 reps on the bench press. B+ tackling, B hit power, B- block shed. I think this guy's going to be very good. 74 overall, superstar development. I had no idea this guy had superstar development, but that is awesome. He's going to come in and fit nicely on the team. 79 speed for this guy too is actually very good. I'm going to be trading away this second round pick and potentially a third rounder as well, but I want to make sure I get stuff all next year, and that's perfect there from the Bears. I think I'm going to take that one because I want to get all next year stuff. I don't want much more for this season. A second and a 7th or a second and a 5th is better, because both those teams are pretty bad, let's be honest here. A second, a third, and a 5th this year. Hold on a second. That changes everything, because that's far better than either of those, and I just get a 5th round this year, which I can just take a random player with. So I'm perfectly fine with that. With this next pick, I could trade it down to get more stuff, but I think I'm okay for next season already. I'm going to start taking my players just to ensure that I get them all, even though I'm pretty positive I will, since this guy's a 5th round projected pick, but he looks very good. Sylvester Hamilton, not entirely sure if he'll come and start. Maybe if he's good and has a good development trait, I might give him a shot. Let's go with him here. 79 overall with superstar development. Okay, drafting a whole lot of superstars. I think I will give this guy a shot for this season. Maybe I could actually draft a running back and have him play well. I have not done that in a while. My pick in the 4th round here is going to Delray Bell. Probably our biggest position need right now is cornerback, so I'm hoping he comes in and fills that hole for us nicely. What is he all about? 71 overall, normal development. He is really talented, but his play rec is 50, and then his awareness is 57. So that's why his overall is so low. But 86 man, 81 zone, 77 press is actually not bad. Maybe I'll throw him at the nickel spot, and if he can randomly go off and win like cornerback of the year or defensive back of the year, I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, he would go up very well. How many more picks do I have? I have 2 4th rounders, 2 5th rounders, a 6th, and a 7th rounder. I can definitely afford to trade down this 4th rounder, because I can just take this guy with my other 4th rounder, I can take this guy with one of my 5ths, this guy with my other 5th, and this guy with my 6th. Are you an early 7th? You are, so I'm just going to go with my guys now to make sure I get everybody here. So CJ Orchard, I didn't scout him all the way, but he looks pretty decent. Hopefully he's a good center. 73 overall, normal development, ranked pretty highly. So if anything, I can probably throw Corey Linsley out to, what guard is it? Right guard, because that's where Jari Evans was playing, and he retired. Yeah, no, I just didn't bring him back. He may have retired too, I don't know. But I didn't bring him back. So I can throw Corey Linsley over there. That's perfectly fine. This pick, did my other guy get drafted? I feel like I had another person here. Maybe not. I don't know. But this guy, I think, might be one of the best players I've seen. If he doesn't have a great awareness and great play rec and he has a low overall, that's one thing. But I feel like this guy is going to have dominant stats and would be amazing to actually use. But Kadeem Patterson, 4.4 speed, 20 reps on the bench press, 5th. That's 5th for the wide receivers. That's not bad. Decently agile for how tall he is, and he has good top 3 skills. Let's go with him here. 70 overall normal development. Okay, but what I see here, obviously, is not a good player for rebuild purposes, but 91 speed, 6'6". Honestly, I thought that would be a bit faster. 85 catching, 92 acceleration, 87 spec catch, 88 jumping. This guy's really not bad at all. 90 agility, too, for being that large. I might try to throw him at tight end. Maybe he can be like a backup tight end or something funny, but just in case that guy had a crazy development trade, I wanted to snag him. I'm going to be drafting John Porton here. He looks pretty good by my standards. Very strong. He was actually the strongest center if you just look at the bench press reps. And he ranked pretty highly in every other event as well. So pretty good stats as well. Also went to Buffalo, where Khalil Mack did, I think. 73 overall, normal development. Another pretty talented center. I don't know if I'm going to let this guy start anywhere, or if I can like find him a spot to start. He might be able to start over Lane Johnson. I'll have to consider that, because he's actually not bad. I think he might actually have better blocking stats than Lane Johnson. And if that's the case, I'm going to start him over Lane Johnson. What am I saying? Lane Taylor. Not Lane Johnson. Sorry about that. But Ross Kershke? I'm going to say Kershke. Doesn't look bad. He's pretty quick. He's the 2nd fastest free safety. Very good combine grade, but usually safeties have tremendous combine grades. B+ hit power. Very nice. C plus zone coverage is not bad in C tackling, so maybe this guy's something special. He's not, but he's not bad either. A lot of these guys in the later rounds I thought were actually going to be very good. It turned out to be not that great, but a couple of them were good. You know, the running back was superstar and the defensive end was superstar. They turned out to be studs and will probably have a starting role somewhere. I don't know who I want to draft here. I don't think there's really anybody I have scouted, so I'm just going to take a random player. Let's see who we got. Let's go with the quarterback. Why not, right? 6.2 combine grade. What are you all about, my man? 58 overall. This is the lowest overall player I have seen in such a long time. 58. Okay. I should have just traded the last pick down, but I'm just going to show you that I'm going to trade this one away. So I'll probably trade it down with the Saints. That's my guess because they probably don't have Drew Brees. Actually, I don't know if they still have Drew Brees. I didn't notice if he was in free agency or not, but I traded them my 7th round draft pick for their 4th, I think, next year. I think this is a pretty fair trade here. Shaquille Griffin was on the trade block, so I'm giving the Seahawks this Mays guy. I actually don't know his name. Jamal Williams and Lane Taylor for Shaquille Griffin and a 5th rounder next year. Here's a look at the team. I think it's a little better. I would say a little better than last year for a couple of reasons. First off, Davante Adams is up to a 97. Most of the reason why I think the team's a bit better is just because of the team just normally being upgraded. So Davante Adams went up by 6 overall points from last year. Trey Burton's an upgrade at tight end. The O-line got technically a bit worse, but I think it'll play just fine. David Bakhtiari even went up in overall, so I think that's a good sign. This running back I hope can go off. I really hope I can get a good running back. I hardly ever draft running backs that play well. They all play so badly for me. If you guys have any idea how to make a rookie running back play better than having like under 1,000 yards with like 3 yards a carry and like 4 touchdowns, because that's all under 100 yards, is that what I said? I meant to say under 1,000. But I can never get them to play well, and this will probably be another case of that. But here's a look at the defense. I think the defense got a little better as well, because first off, we got this left end who just looks like a god. I hope he can play well and got a lot of experience. We also got Shaquille Griffin, who fills a pretty big hole at cornerback for us. I mean, he doesn't really fill it, right? He's not fantastic, but he's not bad at all, and it didn't take all that much to get him, really. He's going to be playing the slot for us, the nickel corner, whatever you want to call it, because Kevin King actually played well here at number 2, and then Demarius Randall is still the number 1 corner, and then the rest of the defense is the same, I think. So I think this team can make the playoffs again. I really hope they do, and I'll see you at the mid-season. At the mid-season mark here, I'm not sure what the record is, but it looks like Jordy Nelson is our top impending free agent, but we are 5-3, the Vikings are 6-2, the Bears are 4-3, and the Lions are 4-4. We just lost to the Bears by 2 points. That sucks. On the offense here, though, Sylvester Hamilton, I believe his name is, has 13.587 thousand experience. So I'm going to get that all into... I'll get his awareness up to that. I want to get his carrying up as well. Okay, I'm going to put the rest into awareness now. He should be pretty good. 86 overall. Okay, I think this guy can stay in the team as the running back. I'm actually really happy about that because I haven't drafted a good running back in such a long time. Jordy Nelson has 12,000 experience, as does Aaron Rodgers. Nobody else in the offense looks like they have that much. But on the defense, this defensive end has 9.75 thousand. I'm actually going to spend this now as well because it's close enough to 10,000 to me, and it's good to get these players up pretty high. What's your play recognition? I'm sure it's horrible. Yes, it is. What are you going to go up from this? This is actually so cheap to upgrade. 80 overall. That is perfect for me. 80 overall defensive end. Hopefully he gets another like 10K-ish at the end of the season. Maybe I can get up to like an 85-ish. I don't know. But the team looks like they're playing all right, even though we are 2nd in the division. We don't have a bad record, though. Jordy Nelson, like I said earlier, is our top impending free agent. Not sure what I'm going to do with him yet. Because normally in this free agency period, there's a decent amount of good... Actually, I say this all the time, that there's normally good wide receivers, but there hasn't been a good wide receiver for me in a little while, so I don't know about this yet. I'm just going to wait, because normally people don't go after him in free agency, so I can always re-sign him back. Same thing with Clay Matthews. I noticed him not getting many offers as well, but Demarius Randall I will give a contract to. He's our best cornerback, so it'd be kind of weird not to give him a contract. He's also very good. So coming back to the team, Randall Cobb. Do I want to give a contract to Randall Cobb? He's not bad, and he got over 1,000 yards last season. I think I'm comfortable giving him a contract. I think he's worth all that, to be honest. Haha, Clinton Dix. I think the same goes for him. He's actually pretty good. I'm going to bring him back to the team. He's also still pretty young. I think he can still play for the team. Ty Montgomery, I don't think I'm going to bring back just because I have that rookie running back now and I already have a good backup. Jake Ryan. I don't know what I want to do with Jake Ryan. We have the money. I'll bring him back in case I can't get a better middle linebacker, but I'm still looking to get one. I can always throw him on the trade block. Brett Hundley. How much do you want? I can't negotiate with him yet, but if he doesn't want that much, He doesn't really want all that much, but I don't think I'm going to bring him back, honestly, because, you know, players don't get hurt in this, so it really doesn't matter if I have a good backup quarterback, but we also have this guy down here in the 58 overall. He's a god. I'm going to put him to the backup position. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep it like this just because it looks better, but yeah, the team looks like they're playing decently. Hopefully we can make it into the playoffs. So we did not make the playoffs, actually. I thought we were going to, because at week 15 we were like 8-5. I thought we had a chance to. We went 10-6 and we didn't make the playoffs. Wow. The NFC must have been very good then. Let me just check it out. How did we not make it? Okay, so the last team to make it were the Seahawks, who went 10-5-1. Wow, okay, so a lot of good teams in the playoffs here. I'm kind of surprised we didn't make it, but that's okay. I still count that as like a successful season, like record-wise, but it's actually horrible for a rebuild because we didn't make the playoffs, and we also have a very bad draft pick. But Aaron Rodgers has another very good season. 38 touchdowns, 4,859 yards, 14 touchdowns. How did the rookie play? 1,211 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's phenomenal for a rookie for me. 6 fumbles is quite a bit, but I can definitely work on that. Ty Montgomery had 4 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had 2. Aaron Jones fumbled once, I see down there. Jordy Nelson, pretty good season. 109 catches, 1,165 yards, 6 touchdowns. Randall Cobb gets over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. And Davante Adams gets 1,200 yards with 8 touchdowns. Trey Burton also gets 6 touchdowns. Blocking, this should be pretty good, I think. Brian Bulaga lets up 10. That's not terrible, to be honest. David Bakhtiari lets up 6. That's not bad either. On the defense, though, we got 129 tackles from Blake Martinez. For tackles for loss, we got 19 from Kenny Clark, 15 from Mike Daniels. Sacks, we got 10 from Mike Daniels, 8.5 from Nick Perry. Where's our rookie? He only got 3.5 sacks. Okay, Demarius Randall got 3 picks. Kevin King got 3 again. He's actually having a pretty good rebuild for us. Jake Ryan got 2. Nick Perry got 1. Clay Matthews got 1, as did Morgan Burnett. Shaquille Griffin actually didn't get 1. Kind of surprising. No touchdowns for anybody on the team. We're 5th on offense, though. I'm not sure. Actually, I didn't check out the schedule. I want to do that before I go over the awards. Actually, I'll do it directly after the awards. I should remember. 15th on defense, though. Patriots, Tom Brady. I don't know why I said the Patriots, but Tom Brady wins MVP. Aaron Rodgers comes in 2nd. Nobody else from our team in there. It would be awesome if our running back can win NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. Aaron Rodgers wins Offensive Player of the Year, though, for the NFC. Nobody else from the Packers in here. Defensive Player of the Year. A lot of Eagles in this list again. They went 13-3. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We did not get it. Cedric Dunn, who was probably a quarterback, he wins that, but Sylvester Hamilton comes in 2nd. That's not bad. Anybody else from our team? Kadeem Patterson, who actually moved to tight end. I don't know if I showed you that, but he's a 75 at tight end. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Eric Pauliscu comes in 5th somehow. He didn't even do anything. But nobody else from our team is in this. So let me show you guys the schedule. I don't think I showed you the schedule. But make sure, you know, I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. I know I didn't, but I just want to make sure you guys know. 2-2 in the preseason. Opening the season with 2 wins. It's kind of what happened last year. Then we lost to the Vikings, beat the Bills, lost to the Patriots. Won 2 games there, lost to the Bears, won a game, lost 2, and then won 4 in a row, then lost to the Rams. Okay, so not a bad season by any means. In most divisions, that would be a playoff berth, but that is okay. The experience here, nobody has like a crazy amount. Jordy Nelson has a lot. Aaron Rodgers has a good amount. This running back has 13K, so I can probably get him up to almost a 90, which is perfectly fine by me. Wide receivers as a whole actually have a good amount. The O-line has a lot too. Porton, 13.5 thousand. That's not bad at all. Is that like a Pro Bowl or something? Okay, I didn't think it was a Pro Bowl because I didn't see him that much. Trey Burton has 10,000. On the defense, though, anybody have a lot? Clay Matthews, 16K. Nick Perry, 15K. Demarius Randall, 12K. This outside linebacker, not outside linebacker, this defensive end, 8.9 thousand. Okay, nobody has a crazy amount, but there's actually a good amount going around for everybody. I am now in free agency here. We have $43.91 million. Who is here to sign? Joe Thomas is the best player here. So it looks like I am not going to really be signing anybody because there also is not anybody else that intrigues me. So hoping there'd be some sort of offensive lineman or something, but I'm going to go after Jordy Nelson. Give him a bit of a low ball deal. That's not what I meant to do. I don't know how many years he actually wanted. 2. Okay, so give him a little bit of a low ball deal. 68 points. I'm willing to spend that on him because he's been playing very well for us, and I figured he wouldn't get anybody coming after him. Who is this guy? Mason Fisher. All right. Any middle linebackers here that look good? No other outside linebackers. Okay, so I'm going to go after Clay Matthews as well because he can still play. He's still not bad. I keep doing that. I think he wanted a 1-year deal. Keep going up by accident. He actually wanted a 2-year deal. Give him a kind of a low ball deal as well. Okay, 60 points. Honestly, I think he'll take that. I don't think there's really anybody else here that I want. This has actually been a pretty bad free agency period. The first period wasn't bad because, wow. Tyler Eifert was there. Completely blanked on his name. It'd be cool to get Duke Johnson, but I really don't need him. Aaron Ripkowski? Oh, I didn't sign him back. My bad. Sorry, Packers fans, if you like him. I'm going to go after this guy. No, I'll draft a fullback. take that route. Let me just, I'll have to scout a fullback, but I'll draft one. There's no tight ends that I want. I don't think there's any good offensive linemen other than Joe Thomas, of course. Joe Thomas is a beast. I'm actually going to go after Joe Thomas because I'm going to throw him to right tackle. How many points is that? 97? If he comes over for that, I'm perfectly fine. I think I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm done in free agency here, so I'll see you guys in the draft. So Joe Thomas rejected our offer, but Clay Matthews accepted it. Jordy Nelson did not do anything yet, so I had to go give him a bigger contract, but I would have loved to have Joe Thomas on this team because he would have filled right tackle very well. That would have been awesome. I am now in the draft, and I'm going with Kadron Higgins here, or Kadron, however you pronounce it. Does not look amazing, I know, but good hit power, pretty good zone coverage, pretty good pursuit, and a good 40-yard dash time. I think he can come and play strong safety for us. I hope he's at least pretty decent. 79 overall normal development. Okay, he's very good. I think he can come and start over Morgan Burnett for me, which means I might trade Morgan Burnett. I'm not exactly sure yet because cornerback is still kind of an issue on this team. I don't know what I want to do yet with that. I'm going to go with Jaquan Gaithers here. He looks pretty good. Good combine. Very, very strong and pretty decent. Top 3 skills. What are you all about, my man? 78 overall normal development. I think you are going to be my starting right tackle. So this guy's just kind of chilling here. I'm just going to go with him. Heath Dobbs, he looks phenomenal, actually. Usually, power backs with over like a 7'1", 7'2" combine just turn out to be very good, and he's strong. I'm going to go with him. 76 overall, normal development. He's ranked 2nd in the entire draft. And I took him right now. I didn't even scout him. He actually looks very good. Not sure how much playing time he'll get, but he's on the squad now. I'm going to trade away this 3rd round pick that I currently have. Hopefully for some stuff next year. I really don't care too much about this draft. What year are we even in? Okay, we're in 2019, so I'm looking for 2020 stuff. There's a 2nd and a 7th rounder next year. That's not bad. I think I'll probably end up taking that. That's a 2nd and a 5th rounder, actually. I'll just take that from the Colts. This next pick is going to fix my fullback issue, hopefully. Gavin Berry. That's one of these guys. 84. Nope, actually a 78 overall. I think I have to fix this scheme. He's probably higher than that, but I don't know what my running back or what my fullback scheme is right now. I'm going with Christoph Drake here in case he's any better than the strong safety? Free safety. I don't remember what the guy was. Whatever. In case he's better than the guy we drafted, he probably isn't. 72 overall. Very slow. Pretty good zone coverage, though. Not bad hit power. Not a terrible player. Just the speed is not where I would like it. We have a pick shortly after that one, and I'm going to go with Pat Woodhead here. One of these offensive linemen is probably like a 76 with quick. 77 with quick. Very close. He's actually really good, though. In the 5th round here, I'm going to be drafting another safety because this guy actually looks pretty decent. Not the fastest player in the world, but good coverage, good hit power, decent tackling. C is actually not that bad. He's also super agile and he can jump pretty high. He's also kind of strong. Let's go with him here. How are you? 70 overall normal development. You actually have really good stats aside from speed. 92 acceleration is not bad. 82 zone, 85 hit power. 74 tackling is not bad either. So I'm out of draft picks. I don't have anybody else here scouted, because I didn't really plan to draft all that much in this draft here. Let's see if I can just randomly take a stud. A 7.4 combine rating. I don't really need another running back. There's a lot of good running backs, it looks like, in this draft. There's a decent wide receiver up here with a 7.2. Probably doesn't mean all that much. Let me see defensive tackles. Defensive tackles with over a 6 are normally pretty good. So there's this guy. He's sort of strong. What about you? You're a little bit more strong. More strong? A little bit stronger is what I meant to say. I'm going to go with this guy, Pierce Woody. 68 overall. Okay. Not bad, though, to be honest. 87 strength, 78 power move, 81 acceleration. Not the worst player I've seen. I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft, by the way. I don't really care all that much who we draft after this one. I think this is going to be the team for this 3rd season here. I was not able to acquire anybody via trade block because, well, I probably could have, but Prince Amukamara was the best cornerback, and that was mainly the position I was looking at, and he's like a 77 overall, so he's not worth it at all. He's actually worse than I think all of our 3 starting corners. So this is going to be the team. Not phenomenal, but I think Aaron Rodgers can still lead this team into the playoffs. Sylvester Hamilton, hopefully he has a pretty good sophomore campaign. Wide receiver core is still phenomenal here. Good O-line still. I'm starting Gaithers at right tackle over Brian Bulaga. I think this guy can play well. Trey Burton's still very good here. David Bakhtiari anchoring the left side of the offensive line as well. And the defense is still good. It's just more upgraded from last season. I think we can get the job done and make it to the playoffs. Considering we went 10-6 last season, I think we can do just about that again. But Higgins, Kadron Higgins, 79 overall rookie free safety. Look out. Strong safety, my fault. I think he was a free safety and I moved him over. But look out for this guy. He's going to be a god. Going to get like 30,000 experience. You guys already know. But I will see you at the end of the year. So it looks like the Madden gods were kind to me. Did not make the playoffs here. That's fine. I'll go another season. How did the team end up playing? Did Morgan Burnett really start? I don't think he did because this guy has 10,000 experience. Man, how did this team not play well? 6-10. Okay, how did this team go 6-10? If Aaron Rodgers retires, by the way, I'm ending it. I'm going to be livid. Lost the opening 5 games. Okay, that's beautiful. Offense looks like they're doing all right. Defense not doing much. It seems Cowboys, we beat them. We beat the Lions, Seahawks, Chiefs. Beat the Lions again. Beat the Raiders. Okay, not a good season. I don't know how that happens. Game, explain this to me. I'm going to have to go ham in free agency, I think. But Aaron Rodgers, another phenomenal season. Nearly 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 16 picks. Rushing, Sylvester Hamilton, not terrible, over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Still 4 fumbles, though. Receivers, Jordy Nelson does all right once again. Davante Adams gets over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Randall Cobb, great season, 1,272 yards, 11 touchdowns. Blocking, how is this? The rookie right tackle, it's up 12. That's not actually that bad. On the defense, Blake Martinez gets over 100 tackles, gets 161. Jake Ryan, 111. Clay Matthews, 109. Kadron Higgins gets 100, our rookie strong safety. 18 tackles for loss from Mike Daniels, 12 from Kenny Clark, and 10 from Eric Poliscu. Sacks, 10 from Mike Daniels, and 9 from Nick Perry. Interceptions, we got 3 from Blake Martinez, 2 from Shaquille Griffin, 1 from Kadron Higgins, Morgan Burnett, Jake Ryan, Damaris Randall, HaHa Clinton Dix, and Kevin King. Team didn't look like they played that bad. Kevin King had a touchdown, and that is the only player on our team to do so. 14th on offense. I need to give more weapons to Aaron Rodgers, I think. And 30th on defense. We just need to upgrade the defense more than anything. Dak Prescott wins MVP. I'm surprised Aaron Rodgers is not in this. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, he probably is. He's number 9, okay. Defensive Player of the Year, anybody from the Packers. Blake Martinez makes it. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Heath Dobbs, our backup running back, is up there. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kadron Higgins comes in second. That would have been awesome if he could have won that. But nobody wins any awards. Okay, this was a horrible season. I will definitely go one more. I don't know how this team didn't make the playoffs, though, to be honest. I think you guys can kind of agree that this team's pretty talented, but Aaron Rodgers looks like he has the most amount of experience. Actually, I lied. Jordy Nelson's right there. He has 18,000. And then on the defense, we already kind of saw nobody has that much. So I will spend all this actually after. Probably I'll just send it offseason first. That's what I care about more. So it turns out I forgot to bring some players back because I just didn't do that, and Aaron Rodgers needs a contract. Okay, hold on. He only wants a 1-year deal. I think we can get that done. We actually have a lot of money. Kenny Clark, main priority, though. You're phenomenal. Please come back to the team. He is coming back to the team. Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to up this a little bit. Take that, please. Oh, no. Okay, how much is a franchise tag? $23.8 million. Okay, hold on. I'll have to look into that. But Blake Martinez, I definitely want back as well. I don't know if I can give a contract to Aaron Rodgers. I might just have to get him in free agency. I might have to go that route and just make sure I get him. I have a lot of money. I will be able to get him, or just some kind of other quarterback. Corey Linsley, I'm actually not going to bring back. Okay, none of these guys matter that much. Justin Vogel, I'll bring back Justin Vogel because he's a good punter. I'll give you that much. You want to take that? Okay, come back to the team. That's fine. But everybody else here I don't want. I did sign Mike Daniels. Okay, I forgot about that. Aaron Rodgers, I don't want to franchise tag him. That is so much money for 1 season. I'm sure I'm only going 1 more. I think I can get him for less a year if I just sign him in free agency. I hope that happens. Well, let's see who is here. Maybe there's a better quarterback anyway. Carson Wentz. What do I do? Carson Wentz or Aaron Rodgers? I'm going to go after both of them. That's the plan. I'm going to go after both of them. And then maybe I'll like put one of them on the trade block or something. Imagine a team of Oh my god, this is such a big contract. I want to make sure I get one of these guys though. So I feel like I have to go after I kind of have to go after both of them. Okay, there's some good players here. There's some good players here for sure. Jack Conklin, another one of those guys that I would very much like on the team. And then one of those middle linebackers I think I will go after. So Jack Conklin, I'm just going to up a little bit more. 106 points. I think I have to commit to one of these guys and not the other one because I'm spending a lot of money on Aaron Rodgers here. I think it's honestly wiser to go with Carson Wentz. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just saying because Carson Wentz is much younger and the same overall. But I'd feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. I would honestly feel bad for him. So let me just look down here, see if there's anybody else I want. Kendall Fuller is huge. I really need a cornerback. I want to try to make this team the best that I possibly can. So I really want a cornerback. I'm running out of money here, so I will definitely have to withdraw an offer from one of those guys. I'm going to go a little more points on him. And I also want one of those middle linebackers like Deion Jones or something. 110 points, that's fine. And I don't think I want any of these guys. Suak Ravens would be nice, but that's okay. I think I'm going to go after Deion Jones because Reggie Ragland is getting a lot of points for some reason. So Deion Jones, Hopefully he comes over to the squad. That would be really nice. I'm going to give him more points than that too, to be honest. I'm going to give these guys all at least like 110 because players are super, super picky. And they're not picky, but other teams just swoop in and steal your players. So, what I actually might do is keep both of those contracts. Oh, God. I'm worried that I'm not going to get one of them if I don't keep them both. Who wants more? 24.1 cap hit. I'm just looking at the cap hit at this point. Carson Wentz wants less. All signs are pointing to me to go for Carson Wentz. I am really sorry, Packers fans. I hope you understand. I love Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. You can argue all you want. Tom Brady, whatever. I just like Aaron Rodgers a lot. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. I think he's more talented and everything. I really like Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going to withdraw my offer. I do apologize. If he goes to the Vikings, he's actually going to a divisional rival. Oh, no. That actually adds a whole new dimension. What do I do? I have no idea what to do. I think I'm just gonna I'm going after Carson Wentz. I might get a dislike for this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, team. Not team. I'm sorry, subscribers. I'm going after Carson Wentz. I'm gonna give him a little bit more. Oops. Give him a little bit more. 95 points. If I don't get Carson Wentz now, I'm gonna give Aaron Rodgers such a low, not a low deal, but like just barely outbid the Vikings. And if he comes on the team for that, then he will be a starter, okay? If he comes on the team, if I barely outbid him, and let's say I get both of these guys, I'll give Aaron Rodgers 70 points. If I get Aaron Rodgers and I get Carson Wentz, I will still start Aaron Rodgers. That's how it's going to go. Let's advance the week and see who we end up getting. So we got Deion Jones, Carson Wentz, and Kendall Fuller. Did not get Jack Conklin. That is frustrating. I want to see how many points he ended up accepting. And also Aaron Rodgers. I want to see what you're all about. Okay, so he got more offers from the Vikings. I don't want him to go to the Vikings, though. That's so... He's going to win MVP if he goes to the Vikings, and they're just going to win the division anyway. Hold on. Hold on. How much more money do I have to give him? 75. I'll give him 75 points just to make sure the Vikings don't get him, to be completely honest. I gave the... What? Why did Jack Conklin accept that offer? What was that? I gave him 110 total points, didn't I? I don't know. Maybe he wanted less of a contract or something. Who knows? But we got a couple guys here, so if all else fails... and we don't get Aaron Rodgers, we have Carson Wentz, and I also just noticed that Jordy Nelson retired. That's always cool. Let me see if there's any wide receivers here, because I could use one now. We got any wide receivers? Emmanuel Sanders. Okay, Emmanuel Sanders is actually not bad at all. I'm going to go after him, because he's 33. He's actually still very talented. I'm going to go after him. I hope he comes to the team. 60 points. Hopefully that's enough. I'm not going to really do much scouting, because... honestly, it doesn't really matter this year because I don't plan on drafting many rookies to start anyway. And I need another offensive lineman, but I have one right there. We should be fine. Okay, I think I'm fine with this team. I will probably see you guys in the draft in case I want to take anybody, but actually I'm not sure when I'll come back, but I will be back. Quick update on the Aaron Rodgers situation. He signed with the Vikings. I was trying so hard to get that not to happen. Actually, I wasn't trying so hard. I could have definitely tried harder, but he ended up signing with the Vikings. And now I feel like they're just going to destroy us, and it's just going to be all my fault because I didn't go after Aaron Rodgers, and all you Packers fans are just going to get livid with me. Okay. I'm just randomly taking players in this draft, really. I have one guy in particular that I really want, and I just drafted this guy in the second round. And he has superstar development. That is so random. So the player I said that I really want is this guy, J.W. Evans. Late 5th round draft pick. I'm taking him in the 3rd round because I'm that confident in this guy. 24 years old, rather old, but extremely fast, extremely agile, good acceleration, very strong. Apparently he's a pass rusher. I hope that means he has good block shit. Let's go with this guy. 80 overall superstar development. 81 block shedding, 87 finesse move. He is going to come in and start over the veteran. Wow. Clay Matthews. Almost said Jordan Matthews. Obviously, Matthews came in my head first. I almost said Jordan Matthews. But J.W. Evans is going to start over Clay Matthews. This is going to be the team going into the final season here. Regardless of what happens, this is the last season. Do I have 2 fullbacks? I didn't draft this guy. Gavin Berry. I think I did draft that guy. Who's this? Oh, this guy's a rook. Oh, he's a tight end. That makes sense. Let me actually check out free agency before I do anything, because sometimes there's random studs in here. You already know. Keep Talib? Well, I can sign Keep Talib to a 1-year deal. He would help a lot, but I'm actually okay with my cornerbacks, to be honest. Who's this guy? EJ Hagan? Alright, you're not a rookie. You were a drafted player, so maybe. Figured he could have been a rookie, but I don't think I would have signed him anyway. But Keep Talib, that's actually really enticing now. I don't think I want him, but Demarius Randall could benefit from that because I think he'd be really good in the slot. But I feel bad because Kevin King's been playing well. Huh. I think I kind of want to go all out for this year. Kevin King does have 7 interceptions in his first 3 years, which is actually very good. But he's only an 80 overall. I feel like Aqib Talib would play a little better. Let me see. You don't have the greatest... I like Kevin King, though. No disrespect to Kevin King, but I am going to sign Aqib Talib just to try to give myself the best chance of making the playoffs. Here's an 87 overall. Now my cornerbacks are actually pretty good. Yeah, he's old, but it's for 1 year. I think it's worth it. He is not bad now. He fills out the cornerback core pretty well. I'm actually just going to cut Shaquille Griffin. No, I'll keep him. Why not? I'll put Kevin King above him, though, just to give him some love. But this is now what the team looks like. Let me go over the offense a little more. We got Carson Wentz, of course, playing here. 95 overall quarterback. Still got Hamilton, 89 overall running back. This guy's an 84 in the correct scheme, which is cool to see. He's actually a very good running back. We drafted pretty late. We got Davante Adams, still 97. Emmanuel Sanders comes in at an 86. Pretty much the same overall as Jordy Nelson. Completely different wide receiver, though. Randall Cobb, the number 3, he kind of stayed there the whole time. He's had a very, very, very successful rebuild. I said very a bunch of times there, but you guys know what I meant. And then on the defense, it looks a lot better now, I think, because Deion Jones is here. We now have Aqib Talib that I just signed. We got Kendall Fuller. Got a bunch of very talented guys here. Sadly, Jake Matthews is no longer starting. He actually had a very talented... what? I was going to say he had a very talented rebuild. I meant to say he had a very good rebuild, and he is very talented. But Deion Jones, Blake Martinez, just better players. We got the rookie Evans. I forgot your first name. J.W. Evans is now starting at right outside linebacker. I hope he can go off. That's actually left outside linebacker. Let me put him to the correct linebacker position before I do anything, just in case that messes some stuff up. I know it messes up like sack numbers for your offensive linemen if they're playing the wrong position. It makes it look like they did a lot better than they actually did, which I try not to do because then it's kind of false to see. It's like a false positive almost to kind of see what the team looks like. But now I think the team's situated. Let me move. Nope, that was correct. Kevin King, I want to play the number 4, just in case he randomly get a pick. He'll probably still manage to get an interception or something. But I think now we're good. I don't think anything is messed up here. That was the team. This team should make the playoffs in theory. Please, Aaron Rodgers, don't destroy me. He's on the Vikings, of course, now. I really hope he doesn't end our rebuild early, you know? Here we are. We made the playoffs and got a first-round bye. What does that mean for the team? 12-4, beating out Aaron Rodgers and the Vikings. They went 10-5-1. Nice to see. That would really suck, to be honest, if that actually happened. That would be so bad for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the Vikings still played well, but it would just be like kind of a sore spot if the Packers let him go and then he goes to a divisional rival and does not do as well. But went 4-0 in the preseason. Lost the opening 2 games, actually. Went on a nice 5-game win streak there. Lost to the Jaguars. Won a whole bunch more. Lost to the Vikings. We actually lost to the Vikings. So we beat them the other time? Yeah, we did. Okay. At least we beat the Vikings once. That would have been an interesting game to see if, you know, Aaron Rodgers actually goes to the Vikings someday. How did Carson Wentz play in his replacement? Very well, actually. 4,647 yards, 33 touchdowns, 11 picks. Solid season there for him. Sylvester Hamilton gets 18 touchdowns, 1,247 yards, 1 fumble. Fantastic season. Heath Dobbs gets 11 touchdowns out of the backup, too. Davante Adams goes back to the first season form. 113 catches, 1,527 yards, 10 touchdowns. Emmanuel Sanders really does not do much at all. Trey Burton does not do that much at all either. Gets more catches than Randall Cobb, though, but Randall Cobb did get 9 touchdowns. Hamilton also had 5 receiving touchdowns, so he had 23 touchdowns in total. Pretty good season. That doesn't count kick returns either. He might have actually gotten a kick return touchdown because I think he is our kick returner and punt returner. But Joqua Gaithers lets up 7 sacks. Bakhtiari's been playing phenomenally this entire time, only letting up 4. Deion Jones, 152 tackles, 6 interceptions. Great season there. Conklin gets 96 tackles. Almost said interceptions, but we got 18 tackles for loss for Kenny Clark, 11 from Eric Paulskew or whatever his name is, 6.5 sacks from Nick Perry, 5.5 from Mike Daniels. Where's our rookie? Only 4. That's a bit of a shame. We got 7 picks, though, from Kadron Higgins. Holy crap, that guy is a safety. That's a lot of interceptions for a strong safety. Fantastic season there. Deion Jones gets 6. Kendall Fuller gets 5. Damaris Randall gets 4. Aqib Talib only got 1. All right, but Clinton Dix also got 1. I'm sad that, what's his name? Wow. Why do I always blank on names? I'm sad that Kevin King didn't get any interceptions. He did get 10 tackles, though. Any touchdowns? Any at all. We had to have at least had 1. Okay, we had 3. 2 from Kadron Higgins and 1 from Deion Jones. Higgins went absolutely off. He has to be defensive back of the year. Actually, he doesn't have to be, because some people get like 10-plus interceptions, but didn't notice what we were on offense. I think it was pretty good, and then defense, we are 23rd. MVP. Where is Carson Wentz? There he is. I also want to make sure I check out Aaron Rodgers' season because I am actually very curious. Carson Wentz comes in 3rd. Hamilton comes in 4th. I think Todd Gurley won that. Dalvin Cook comes in 10th. He's a 99 overall. I don't know why I pointed that out. I think just because I saw the Vikings and thought it might have been Aaron Rodgers. But Defensive Player of the Year, Deion Jones comes in 2nd. Nobody else from our team. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Do we even have anybody? All right, Deron Neal. Don't know who that is. He comes in 7th for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year, J.W. Evans comes in 2nd somehow. I don't know how he even did that. But Best Quarterback goes to Carson Wentz. Okay, Aaron Rodgers comes in 5th on that list. Sad for Aaron Rodgers. It is sad. I really like him, like I stressed a lot. I do apologize one last time, Packers fans, for doing that. But Sylvester Hamilton comes in 3rd. At least I didn't trade him. You know, at least I didn't trade him. It's more realistic that he would not get a contract or something like that than get traded. I think that would be ridiculous. Davante Adams wins Best Wide Receiver again. That's nice. Repeating that from the first season, I mean. David Bakhtiari wins Best Offensive Lineman. That is nice to see. Nobody else from the Packers, though. Defensive Lineman of the Year. Does not go to anybody on the Packers. We had a horrible D-line this year. Deion Jones wins Best Linebacker, though. That's pretty cool. Nobody else from the Packers. Best Defensive Back does go to Kadron Higgins. That is sick. Probably made the Pro Bowl as well. Kendall Fuller is also up there. Nobody else from our team. And Best Kicker. Who even is our kicker? I think it's a rookie. He actually won it. Lucas Bua? I don't know how to pronounce that, but he won Best Kicker. Always nice to see. So let's check out the experience. I'm sure we actually have a good amount. At least I hope we do. Here we go. We got 14K from the running back. My eyes were drawn there for some reason. 35K from this offensive lineman. 23K from Davante Adams. This had to have been a Pro Bowl. Maybe a development upgrade too. It was not. Probably just a Pro Bowl. Yep, there it is. Carson Wentz gets 11,000. Okay. And I got to make sure I check out what Aaron Rodgers did. But on the defense, 64,000 from Kadron Higgins. That has to be a Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl appearance, NFL interceptions leader, and defensive back of the year will get you that much. 31,000 from Evans. Wow. How do you get that much? Pro Bowl appearance. How did he make the Pro Bowl? He only had like 4 sacks. I'm not complaining. Don't know how he did it, though. 21K from Deion Jones. It's nice. 34K from Kendall Fuller. Okay, so the team has a lot of experience. Let me very quickly go check how Aaron Rodgers did. See if the team switch affected his season that much. On the Vikings, he had 3,761 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 picks. That sucks. That would be horrible for him in real life if that happened. Going to a divisional rival and not even playing all that well. Dalvin Cook had a good season, though. Exactly 100 yards a game and 10 touchdowns. I don't know why I went to that, but that sucks for him. I'm going to spend this and see who we have to take on. Here's a quick look at the team before I sim by the week. It looks very good. A lot of these players went up super nicely. Like this left guard is now an 89 with confidence. Hamilton's now a 93 with confidence. That's nice. Davante Adams a 99. And then on the defense, it went all the way down to my practice squad for some reason. This guy went up to an 88, which is sweet. This guy is a 96 with confidence. And he has 97 zone coverage with confidence. Also, if you remember, this guy had like 79 zone coverage when he came into the league. He is an absolute god now. I just got most of that up. Pretty much most of his experience went into zone coverage because I just wanted him to be a god at that. But I don't think anybody else went up tremendously. Kendall Fuller's a 92 now, which is cool. Deion Jones is a 95. Okay, so this team should do really well. I'm going to advance the week here, and I'm going to go into like the first screen of the game just to see what the overall is, and then I'll sim by the game. I'm just curious to see. We are a 96 overall. Good to see. This team should be able to go to the to the Super Bowl in theory, but let's see if we take down the Buccaneers to start. I'm just going to sim by all these right away and then go over the stats later. We did take down the Buccaneers. Let's go next week, see if we can take down the Saints. We lost to the Saints. Oh no, I think that's what that means. I'm pretty sure we lost. If you see the practice squad players being signed, I think that means we lost. Team schedule, let's check it out. Postseason, we got destroyed by the Saints, but let's go over this game first. 346 yards of offense, so they're 452. Jameis Winston actually had a very good game. Carson Wentz did pretty well too. Hamilton had a touchdown, as did Heath Dobbs, our backup running back. O.J. Howard went off. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Randall Cobb, they each had touchdowns. Randall Cobb had 2, and Chris Holman, the Buccaneers fullback, had a touchdown. Let's check out this now terrible game against the Saints. How did everybody play? Cedric Dunn, who was a rookie quarterback, I think the first season of this, I think he was a rookie. He did not play badly at all. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Carson Wentz had 5 picks. That is terrible. Aaron Rodgers would not have done that. Alvin Kamara went off. 138 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7.7 yards a carry. Hamilton didn't really do all that much. Trey Burton had a touchdown. Michael Thomas did. Martinez Stevens did. Kobe Fleener did. And Zach Line did. I think that's it for that. So, very poor game against the Saints there. That sucks a little bit. But thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. here's one last look at the team if anybody cares. I think this is a pretty good team. Thought this team is capable of making the playoffs every single season, but apparently Madden didn't think so. Only one of those seasons was actually a bad one because the second year, if I'm not mistaken, I think we went 10-6. So that's definitely a playoff caliber team for most other divisions. But thank you guys very much for watching one last time, and I will talk to you guys soon.